Okay.
I'll tell you what. I don't want to, but I'm going to give you guys a top 10 list of the horses today, and I'm going to grade the horses. I'm going to grade the horses first. Now, I want to do it with Scotty, but the problem was Scotty was focused on his horses like I was. Mark, on the other hand, saw all the horses. So I'm going to talk to Mark about... I got to move this thing even more over here to get you. Except it's not working now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's really annoying me, actually. Get up here, you! That'll work. Kind of. I just move it down there. And do this to it, and then I'm going to throw it out the window. There, got it. So I wanted to talk to Mark because he got the one view that no one else did. Well, Michael Carter did. But a view of all the horses. All the horses at the same time.
Yeah.
What are you watching? You're watching the in-game. I need you to focus. You can't be doing that.
What do you mean?
I know what you're doing. You bet a football game.
No, I'm watching my favorite team.
That is a lie.
That's
okay.
a completed 13-yard pass.
Okay. So we're going to talk about all the horses. Now, I don't know if... Can you remember all the horses, though?
Yeah. Why not?
No, I don't think you can. When you made that little face, it's your tell.
Well, it's because I was going
realized.
to Pedigree, Anthony,
Yeah.
and I'll look at... Yeah, and I can remember all
So, we're going to talk about the first set. The first set, you can look at the pedigrees, you can look at whatever you want. I only gave 3 horses on the entire day an A+. If they did anything wrong, I couldn't give them an A+. And I found... Actually...
Who's your A+?
No, I gave 2 horses. I can't give her an A+. She was too bad today. Green Glitter, I gave an A+. I can't give her an A+ the way she acted before. Even though I know what had happened and it wasn't her fault.
No,
with
yeah.
the apron.
No,
but she still did it.
To settle after
She still
such
did it.
stuff to settle.
I only
for
have
a
2
children.
A+s
Yeah, I like
on the
that.
entire card. Only 2 A+s, and that's fair. That gives everybody an opportunity to. No, you know what you're thinking. The other one wasn't me.
I know.
The other one, I did not go with the other horse. In fact, oh yeah, I did go with the first one. So I am going to give you. Great. We're going to talk about the grades of the first one. So the first set we have Rosetta, Gymboree, those. So the Walner, the Chimpanzee, LT Troubadour is the Long Tom that bolted to the inside when I blew by him in the last turn.
Yeah.
Melisandre is the expensive Gymboree filly that we had bought in Lexington that I won the set with, 3-wide in the last turn from last.
Yeah.
Fire and Shine is a Catch the Fire filly, little flighty, but did her work very well today. In fact, I give her a B+, and I think that's even unfair because she did her work very well today. And Leggy is I think an Uncle Peter filly that Hunter Myers went with.
Yeah.
So now Rosetta has done everything great. Truthfully, if you just let them trot wide open, just let them trot, one of the fastest horses we have. Amy went with her today and really liked her. This is a filly. Now, we didn't give much for Rosetta. We had the brother last year by Green Shoe called Green Tea. He trained down, he was one of our best trainers, and Dr. Rucker had just sent him down to let him mature in Kentucky, and he never did race it too.
Mm-hmm.
This is the sister, so she's by Walner. Very nice filly. I gave her a straight A. Now, she did everything right, but I don't know where Amy finished with her 3rd or 4th. I got to go back and look at the sets also. I gave her a straight A. I'm being a little stingy with my A+ today. I only gave 2 out. I gave her an A. Second one, do you remember this filly, the Walnut filly Amy went with in the first?
Yeah. Can we start this over?
No.
Well, okay. No, I just think it'd be for you if you watch if you watch.
No, I'm not going back and watch them.
I mean, you just go right to the race.
I saw all the horses. I talked to all the drivers, but I want to hear your view of what you think.
Well, give me a better perspective too. I want to hear it from you.
Oh, you want to see the races?
Well, I'd like to just
We'll
the
be an
cliff
hour.
notes.
But we'll be an hour doing that.
No, we're not gonna. We're gonna watch them, and then we're gonna do this over.
Yeah, but you realize that every set is like 5-6 minutes. It'll be separate.
It's called this. Fast forward to
to what?
To the last lap.
I know.
Idea. I think it's a good idea because then you can talk.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give them my top 10 list, and then we'll go back and do that. Because this is wasted 4 minutes and 20
Well, I can
seconds.
give you a top 10 list if you want. The 2 best, I think, was that Green Shoe filly, in my opinion. And Kierkegaard was my favorite.
My top pick was Green Glitter, only because there isn't a horse any more strong or powerful today. But I do like Memento Mori. I actually made him 3rd, though. I made Melisandre, who I won the first set with, probably the fastest mile of the day. The Chimpanzee filly.
Yeah, I like it. Yes.
I put her at 2nd, but in fairness, I didn't go with Memento Mori. The Kierkegaard brother, Chris Lems did. So that is unfair. But in my mind, and this is obviously biased,
and this
my top 2 picks were 2 horses I went with.
Well, yeah, obviously. So what I wanted you to watch was if they got it, you can start at the middle of the backstretch. The way some of these horses finish it's hard to keep a horse, and I said that when I was doing the show. These young horses, they're just basically jogging.
Yeah, it's hard to pass and go past horses and act like race horses when they
then you start going, 8s and 20 seconds, probably go back half, and they were moving. And then I noticed afterwards, you just kind of all let them trot or pace.
Yeah.
And some of them looked, when they actually got them going, looked like different horses.
Oh, 100%.
They weren't focused.
Amy's always super conservative. She's used to James yelling at me after the training sets.
You were finishing up strong with the green shoe, but if you could watch the Chapter 7.
Oh, I watched him.
Around the turn and finish, is really
I watched him very well because
really
he won the set. He looked very good.
No, just
the only problem I had with him was still a little cuckoo. He's still got to do a little work. That's all. Mentally, a little immature still. Yeah, he has to put it all. But we're talking about today. But we're talking about today, right?
2 yearlings.
I'm not. Listen, we have a $230,000 pacer in here and a $100,000 pacer brother to Charlie May that I'm not going to talk about in my top 10 list because that would be unfair. We're talking about today.
Who's Charlie May?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Charlie May won. Oh no, was that? Did he win it with Charlie May that year?
What? Who?
Brett Miller when he won it when disqualified and you ended up second place first. Was that Charlie May? It was Charlie May.
Was that the horse that? Are you talking about the horse that made the shitty break in the last turn? Poor Brett.
Yeah.
He actually was an Ohio horse. Actually, I think.
Still is. No, they didn't change him. He's an Ohio.
He is an Ohio horse. Yeah.
No, they didn't change him
because I thought he wasn't. But
I don't want to say who I think caused the whole thing in the Meadowlands pace. I'm glad you won, by the way. Second place first. I was happy for you. But I believe they may have got the wrong name.
No, Anthony, come on.
Oh no, and you know it. You know it.
No, I know it. I 100% know it. That was the right. And it's not. I don't care if it wasn't.
The whole chain reaction was caused by somebody that was not Brett Miller.
Anthony,
but he did step on a wheel.
If you step on a wheel,
that's true.
He was second on the outside.
But given the circumstances, I think the wheel that he stepped on was not his complete doing.
Anthony, if your cover is done, you can't hit a wheel and go off stride.
I think the problem wasn't the cover was done. The cover was twisted around, getting out of gear, and almost made a break himself. Yes, he did.
He was parked the whole mile in the mud, and he was exhausted.
He wasn't. He was twisted around, and almost made a break. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think.
Almost.
Listen, it doesn't matter what I think. The judges, then the appeal board, and then the court.
I'm trying to wonder. I was just wondering because
that's Charlie
Michael Carter had brought up this Charlie Mann. I've just never heard of him.
Well, because he made $2 million to win a 47.
I know, but I don't watch the Ohio races. I just don't watch.
No, that was on Meadowlands. That was on Hambo Day. Maybe you didn't watch that race.
I must not have. Maybe I was probably gone.
Yeah, no. Oh, you may not have been. I don't know.
I might have been.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, so we're not going to talk about those horses today because they didn't do their best. I'm not concerned about any horse today. Listen, we have 45 babies here, 42 on the track. All 42 went on the track today. They all did their work today. Some of them are going to do their work better than others. Today's list is about today. And Memento Mori, I can't complain because the filly I said was the best one on the track. She also acted up beforehand. Truthfully, if we're going to go by that scale alone, Melisandre is number one today because she did nothing wrong.
There was a few, and there's a few.
Well, I can talk about the ones I liked. I had Green Glitter at number 1. Usually I start at number 10, so I've let the cat out of the bag. I am going to go back to 10. Did you watch? Obviously you did. The second set, I loved the filly Scotty went with. She shied away from the TV down the lane. He was getting in the passing lane.
Yeah.
And the country dancing, I think, has got an incredibly bright future. But yeah, she did make a break day. She only paced for 5 days. That is a Poppy Rob filly out of his sister to Sintra. Beautiful, beautiful filly.
Which one was that? Who was
Hunter.
driving that?
Hunter was
yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Now, in that set, Foxy Seaside is one Amy went with that ran a bunch of times. But I knew after I could see the hobble burn bleeding, for sure it was killing her. And that was her biggest problem. The biggest surprise of the day was Gorgeous Package finishing second in there. But the winner in that set, actually, I want to see his pedigree also. Blue Ventura was set number 2's pedigree. I put this horse at number 10. I was thoroughly impressed with this horse today. The way he went about his work and then finished off his work. How you making out?
Good.
He's a Heston Blue Chip.
Yeah.
What kind of family? I can't remember. It's been a while.
This horse I liked in the second set a lot.
Let me see.
Southwind Dex.
Oh, Southwind Ibex. That's the one I went. The Muscle Hill.
That was.
I liked him. He's lazy.
That was one of the best ones because he made You could see he was lazy, but
yeah.
he made a nice move from last up to the front.
Yeah.
And you could see, he was a little lost in the last turn.
Yeah, I liked.
And then, but he got I remember Scotty went in and whatever went off stride, or shied away and ended up in the infield there. But that I like that Southwind Ibex.
Yeah, he was really lazy and a little. His attitude was skeptical when we got him.
Yeah,
we cut him.
I don't think
he's only been cut for
front.
2 weeks.
He just didn't want to be on the front,
But he did his work.
It's hard. It's hard to put.
I'm glad you liked him because I was not down on him, but I was waiting for him to come alive. And today was really a coming out party. Right. Today was the first day he actually came forward on his own. I didn't have to really get into him or be mean with him. He was really good today, and I was impressed with him.
Yeah, I liked him.
The colt that I thought looked by far the best in the second was the big giant Heston Blue Chip colt, Blue Venture, and I was trying to figure out his family. I bought him off On Gate. He is the second foal from a Sun Beach somewhere, mare named Odds On Adventure. Second name is Grand Cayman. Do you know that horse, Grand Cayman?
Yeah, I know the family. Yeah. So Captive Audience, I said in the third.
That used to be Spooky. This Spooky
Captive
horse
Audience
that Colin had.
James drove in the Gold Cup and Saucer.
He'd jump over everything when he was young.
Yeah,
that's
fly.
the horse.
Could absolutely fly. And he made good money. Yeah,
really good money.
And mark of 47 made 800,000.
Yep.
So, there was, but that horse.
So Blue Venture is really good looking colt. I put him at number 10. I thought he looked exceptionally good. Now the horse I put at 9, I was very, very intrigued with the way this horse was today. I didn't know how he'd go out. I heard Joey say a couple of times in the week that the Priest had looked good. Did you look at this horse too? This is the Pastor Stephen.
Yeah.
Scotty had nothing but rave reviews for this horse.
He looks really good, and
I'll tell you,
it's old breeding too.
Yeah.
Like Pastor Stephen, like 2008.
Yeah, Pastor Stephen's father, Patrick's brother, and I think he had a problem with his heart or something when he was racing. No, that was Broad Bond, the other brother, I think.
Broad Bond was the one. Broad Bond won the Hambletonian with
George Brennan, right? Yep.
Yeah, Noel Daly trained it.
So the Priest, pull up his family, will you, if you can? Set number 6, the Priest's family. So the Priest.
Set 6.
I just jumped to number 9 on my top 10 list. So the Priest, I'm putting him at 9 because I just didn't put him higher. I know that Scotty said he can fly. He really liked him. This was day 4 in Harrisburg. This was the day before the mixed sale. They have the Indiana horses selling.
Yeah, this is the brother to Chip Plosov. Yeah,
Chip Plosov. I knew that horse.
He's just a grind. He's a nice horse. He's just
meat and potatoes horse that everybody would love to have. He's still racing that horse.
Oh yeah, he's 51. Jeff Culliford has him. He's gonna mark a 51.
No, he sold him.
He's had him for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
it's a funny horse. Be pacing going to the gate and then switch over to the trot. Yeah, he's a nice horse.
This is his brother, the Priest.
He's an old battler.
I asked Scotty.
He's a cool horse.
I asked Scotty going on the track because Captain Incredible I was focused on. I wasn't really paying attention to the Priest.
Yeah.
Amy said Cadieux was beautiful. That's a little white-faced Marseille colt. She loved him.
That one actually, was really slick.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, that's why I bought him. He was my my flyer of the entire Ohio sale. His slick yearling video looked just like he went today. Yeah, slick as a button, and he is a really, really nice colt. But he didn't make my list today. The Priest did. Scotty said he could absolutely fly, is what he said. That's what he told me when he came in. So this is first crop Pastor Stephen, brother to Chip Plosov. He's going to come in at number 9. Number 8, were you paying attention to this horse? Because I would like to watch the video. I don't play nice for Jason. After. We'll watch it after. Okay. I don't play nice. I trained this horse on Wednesday. This is, a funny little story.
Yeah, he came up sweeping up from the back. Yeah.
So this horse is a homebred of ours. The mother was terribly slow animal. Her name was Muscle Chrome, and Muscle Chrome had decent family. Remember Porsche Hall? Randy Kerr had Porsche Hall. Yeah. So the same family is and some really good horses come out of splinter sides of that family. So this is this.
What
filly,
set was that one in? Third.
This was set number
3. 6 hole.
Yes, you're right. 3. No, not 6 hole. She's in set 4 6 hole. You're right. 4 6 hole. So Muscle Chrome, terribly slow animal, but always one of those horses that always wanted to be better. Yeah, just did not possess the ability in any way, shape, or form. So I sent her down, and I never even paid any attention. I sent her to Midland Acres. We bred her to Long Tom. We bred her the next year to Long Tom. And then it was the third time we went to breed her. They said, Muscle Chrome is a muscle mass, and then you want to breed to Long Tom, who's a Muscle Hill. It might be a little close. And I said,
It's pretty close.
It'd be cool if we had talked about that before we bred the first two. But I'll tell you what, this colt, I will tell everybody this. I wasn't going to say it. Of all the horses that were on the track today, there isn't a horse that we started today that wants any part of that colt right now, the way he was. Jason sat at the back and swept up late.
Yeah,
but I'm going to tell you one thing.
Okay.
Never gets tired, doesn't wear a boot, and is always happy. This was a beautiful
He got two
colt.
white back legs.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Beautiful colt. And his name's Don't Play Nice. I Don't Play Nice. I put him at 8. Partially because of my bias, I went with him on Thursday. I'm telling you what, very, very strong, very slick gated colt. I was really impressed with him. Number 7, Rose Run Alexander. That's the pacer. Scotty went with by.
That's a Michigan bred.
No. That's the pacer Scotty went with by Dancing Yankee.
Well, he slid into the 2-hole.
She was terrified of the TV
thing. There,
She is such a nice filly. She can really, really rock.
Yeah.
I always talk highly of her, and I always will, I think, for quite some time.
It looks like you haven't set up iMessage yet.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, iPad. That's the government. They're just checking in on us.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
worry
just
about
Siri.
Yep.
Big Brother's watching.
Yeah. So Rose Run Alexander, I made number 7. Number 6 was Rosetta. We already talked about that's a Walner filly.
Yeah.
I love that filly. Number 5 was Gymboree. That is the Scott went with that first set.
Yeah.
Chimpanzee filly.
Yeah.
A funny story. I liked, of all the chimpanzees we looked at in Kentucky, this was the one I liked the most, but she was on day 5. She was a consignment. She was put through Peninsula, I think, by someone else. And I just thought that they kind of shoved her at the back of the sale, because when you pulled her out, she looked as good, or probably a little better looking than any of the chimpanzees. She was a little taller, a little more durable looking.
She was in the first set, right?
No, she was in, yes, she was in the first set, number 2,
Oh, yeah.
Gymboree. I just thought she was an exceptionally good looking filly, and I thought that you'd have to pay a lot more for her. I can't remember, I think we paid 40 for her, 45.
I got Melisandre. I got the wrong.
That's the next one.
Yeah.
No, you're on the right set. Melisandre was 2 back. You gotta go back 2.
Yeah, Melisandre.
That's the expensive filly.
Yeah, no, I know. It.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is, Chimbury. Yeah.
Yeah. What's her family look like?
It's a Donato mare. It's
Oh my
Crystal
God.
Fashion. I like.
Oh
this
my
one.
God, I remember this. So I sold,
Crystal
I had
Fashion.
Crystal Fashion's
Yeah.
sister, and I sold her to one of our clients.
Yeah.
So this is, I forgot all about this. Gymboree is first foal too, right?
Yeah.
First foal from a sister to Will to Win Hanover, who's also a sister to Crystal Fashion. I remembered this pedigree now that you said
Oh,
it.
sorry, Anthony. It's the second full. I thought it was first. I
Oh,
thought
it's
it
the
said
second foal?
Yeah, I thought it said now died. No, I thought because one at Crystal Hill.
That horse raced, I think.
Yeah, a couple of them we looked up, but we didn't have time to look up
yeah.
on Trackmaster. There are updates on some of
This
it.
filly here, and Scott
There's
loved
a
it
lot
too.
of first fulls. You have
Yeah.
a lot of first full mares.
Scotty loved this filly too. I just thought that she was just such a nice filly. I'm gonna put her at 5, and she could have been a lot higher.
I love Chimpanzee is just one of the nicest horses I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
You just do everything.
Yeah.
It's just a good horse.
Number 4 came in set 4. So did Maury, who I put at number 3. Number 4 was Bluebird Tuxedo Hill. Hunter raved about this horse. Said he called him a true professional. He did everything perfect. This is Date Night's brother by What the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
We had bought him. He is a really, really nice colt. Never wore a boot today.
What set was he in?
4.
Yeah.
That was the one with the he just collared. The Chapter 7 got up and beat him, I think, at the wire. Really, really nice colt.
Yeah.
Bluebird Tuxedo Hill, I thought was very good. Number 3, I made Memento Mori, who Mark likes. It's a Kierkegaard brother. I made him number 3. Because he wasn't perfect. He wasn't perfect today. He made a lot of breaks. He was really hot.
He just needs like an air hood or something. There's some
he
cotton
was.
in his ears. Every time he just get doubled up and he lift his head and run it, and then he immediate land, but come back trotting. I mean,
Which is fine. I'm gonna have to take Green Glitter out of first and put her in second for the same reason I made Memento Mori third. There's only one horse that did it perfect today outside Bluebird Tuxedo Hill, who I put in fourth, and that was Melisandre.
Melisandre looked good.
Amy and I worked very hard. Now, mostly Amy, but me a little bit. Worked really hard with Melisandre all week. I went with her. She had a heavy lifting week because she was a little ornery and a little rude all week, and I worked her harder and harder and harder. And today, when I went with her, I didn't really have to work her at all. I said to Amy, I said, that
She looked good.
attitude will dissipate as she gets that work into her and realizes that she's as talented as we hope she is.
Once they get fit,
And that's 100% correct.
their job gets a lot easier.
100%. And that's exactly what took place today with Melisandre. So in talking to you, I'm going to say Melisandre is number one because she did it perfect today.
Yeah.
She was the only one, her and Bluebird Tuxedo Hill were the only two that looked amazing and did it perfect. Other horses made mistakes. Green Glitter was bad when she went out. Yes, it was the apron, and I know what it was, but she still acted up. Memento Mori still acted up. Chimpanzee Filly did not. She was perfect. So Melisandre is my number one. I'm going Melisandre 1, Green Glitter 2, Memento Mori 3, 4 Bluebird Tuxedo Hill, 5 Gymboree, 6 Rosetta, 7 Rose Run Alexandra, 8 I Don't Play Nice, 9 The Priest, and coming in at number 10 was a horse I am impressed that he got this far, this quickly, is Blue Ventura, the Heston Blue Chip Colt. Any horses that you want to touch on that stuck out?
You know, it wasn't bad for the program he fits, I thought, was one of the last sets. He was a Michigan bred horse.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering. I was going to ask, I know the horse you mean, Mountaineer Prince.
Yeah.
That was my top pick of the Michigan sale. He's by, hold on, Princetonian.
Yes.
Something. He I wouldn't call him mainstream bred.
No.
What's his dad's name?
I'm trying to find
Muscle Princetonian.
Muscle, yeah, he's a
That's his name, Muscle Princetonian. Yeah. But yeah, they say he trots nice and does everything perfect.
He is really nice.
Yeah. Hunter said he liked him, but
for like a
did really elaborate.
Yeah, I thought that. He wasn't flashy, but he did his job.
And a horse that we should talk about, there was a driver change. Rose Run AJ. Jason Merriman did not go with. Scott Zeron went with that pacer. I meant to call up and tell you this. Jason Merriman went with Never Lose Felix, and I wanted him to, because Jason's used to going with Felix, and I wanted him to work hard today. And I didn't know much about Rose Run AJ other than they said he was pacing good. He won that set and looked great, that Dancing Yankee Colt.
Yeah, I liked him.
I run, Chris run, and Scotty shot right through the middle. Of course, never even looked at either of us.
I made the comment. I said it's just amazing the run Scott Zeron's having. He's splitting horses with babies. They just run and get away from him. I mean, he still wins.
Yeah. The Priest, it wasn't Cadu, looked good in the latter set also. Arrowhead Hanover, did you watch this guy in the last set? I told Chris, I love this horse. I love this horse. The only disappointment of the day to me, Grand Slam deal was obviously disappointing. I was a little sad that she run. She'd had such a great week working.
You know what, Anthony? This is what trotting fillies do.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There was a couple that I thought had a bad day. Grand Slam deal I thought had a bad day, and a very rare one for her. But she does kick. Everybody got to see her kick.
Yeah.
She will do that. And I told Scotty that. I said, she doesn't play around. When she looks like she's going to open fire, it's because she's about to open fire. And that will dissipate as she starts to do her work. She's got a little dark humor in her big filly. She's got a little chip on her shoulder.
She's got a lot of maternal value. I mean,
and she can trot. I watched Jason go in there 2 days ago. She looked amazing. Her, and there was one other horse that kind of let me down today. I was just looking for it here. Speed of Sound. This filly I love in Lexington.
The pedigree.
We gave nothing.
Day,
Yeah.
Cameron Hall's the third. Is the third.
Yeah. Speed of Sound, we give nothing for this filly, and she's been so good. She's been lights out. And I almost said before we know, maybe we'll throw toe weights on her just because Scotty went with her and she made a break. I felt bad. I did feel bad. Those are really the only two horses that kind of let me down today. I'm looking quickly through them. Sure, you had horses make breaks. They're babies. They're going to make breaks. But I think it's more important to focus on the ones that didn't today. Oh, she's tied. You better watch that. Do you get paid in overtime?
Yeah, just money line. They just have to win.
So, with that, I'm gonna call it quits at 24 minutes. Mark and I talking about the horses for today. We can go back and watch the videos, but I think we're gonna run out of time. We're supposed to have dinner at 7:45.
Well, yeah, you could cliff note the races, stick them together.
Yeah, we'll figure it all out. Yeah. Anyway, I will be back. I still got to talk about the opening, but we're gonna watch the end of Mark's football game and then talk about the opening video this week. I didn't know what to. Actually, I might wait. I might pick you and Scotty up in that car, and then we'll all just talk about everything that went on this week. I can talk about the horse racing. We raced 3 at the Meadows. All 3 won, I think. The horse that I was very concerned was not going to do us much good this winter was claimed the other night. All Gas, No Brakes has been awesome. He's picked win. James literally told me, he said, they might claim that horse. And I said, and what? Because we gave nothing for him. He's made like $50,000 since we bought him 7 weeks ago, and his claim price is $68. And for everybody out there, everybody asked what we were doing with Kemp. So you don't know Kemp or Cake. We talk about it. Unbeatable Kemp. I don't know if you ever drove him or not.
I actually did. He was a hammerhead.
Where'd you drive him?
I think I drove him for you.
Yeah, he used to be a hammerhead. He's got
Didn't I
really
drive
bad.
that Mohawk.
You may have now that you
One of
say
the
it.
nights I was there.
Yeah, you may have now that you say
Strong.
it.
He's real strong in the mouth.
Yeah, he can be. Yeah. So his knees are really bad, and they claimed
Didn't I
him.
drive him as a 2-year-old?
Probably. He
In the
could have.
Wellwood, maybe.
He might have
I
raced in
didn't get
Wellwood.
away good, and he kind of sat down on me a little. I said,
You might have now that you say that.
yeah, I did.
I think you might have now that you say that. Anyway, his knees were really bad. It 2 and 3, definitely 3, and they claimed him off us for $62,500. Sold him back to us for a fraction of that 5-6 weeks later. Now, the thing with Kemp, he's one of these horses. You can put his nose in the gate and you can leave, and he can leave like a thoroughbred. But he's no good on the front. He waits on the front. And if you take him back to last, he doesn't want to play. Well, he got in a place where he was a little bit long odds one night, and our other brother, I'm not going to mention his name, he took him back to last.
Was it Curtis?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Took him back to last, and he raced terrible. Then he...
Is that the race James lost this year?
2 of them. No, it was a different one. So then Dougie drove him and did the same thing, and I just drew his papers and brought him over here. We raced him at the Meadows. He's crushed his last 3 in a row, and the other day he made a break at the quarter pole, spotted in 15, and still win at 57 flat. So if they claim gas, you might see Kemp make an appearance back in Ontario if I could trust somebody to go and drive accordingly. Him, or we have that red horse, Crantini, we bought. He could make his way over there if he kept his head screwed on straight, or the horse we just bought. Did you drive a horse for George Ducharme named Walter's Keepsake when you were out in Michigan? Oh no, Scotty drove him.
No, Scotty drove that one.
Yeah. Anyway, I bought him and another horse off George. They've both been racing. Well, no, Walter's Keepsake has not been racing good, but I suspect that will change on Wednesday. Anyway, all of this can be talked about later. This is 27 minutes of My Brother Mark. Thank you for coming, by the way, Marcus. We're going to go out to dinner tonight, and what I'm going to do is do my opening video from that car, Amy's car, with Scotty. Megan is here. Scotty, Megan, Amy, myself, Mark. Talk about some highlights of the year and things that went on, and also talk about what's going on right now. But a pretty good day all in all.
Yep.
42 babies?
Yeah, it's tough.
Can't complain there.
Yep. No broken jog cards. It's a good day.
Correct. Almost an apron,
Almost an apron.
but not any jog cards.
But it was worth it because it was Scotty and he pooped his pants.
No, he didn't. He took it good because I'll tell you what. Here's a funny little thing. Somebody ratted me out and said, "Hey, by the way, that horse kicks." And Scotty's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." And I said, "Scotty, first
Better
off,
be prima donna.
you're way back here.
Yeah.
She can't get you. She can't get you by kicking.
Yeah.
Secondly, just Cesar and she won't,"
Yeah.
which was a lie because she said she kicked
Yeah.
and almost got her leg over the line.
That would
That would have been like Seabiscuit when Red went to go with the horse for that guy.
Wait, I gotta go last trip with this thing. Scotty getting drunk.
Scott's here on it for 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months.
Actually, not horrible for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying.
There you go, some bonus footage. All went well today. A great day at the stable. Take care.